Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Matulika Rajahan, mother, author, green energy enthusiast, and a certified Lean Six Sigma black belt expert. Through these videos, I would like to take you all to a journey of understanding the concept of lean, famously known as Toyota Production System, fathered by Taiichi Ono, a man who dedicated his life to the concept. Today, we will talk about the Japanese concept of Hoshin Kanri. The phrase Hoshin Kanri means policy management and represents the concept of guiding an entire organization in an agreed upon clear direction. It is made of three Japanese words: ho, which means method, shin, which means compass, and kanari, which means management or control. The origins of this idea trace back to the times of Maemoto Musashi, a great samurai teacher of strategy. Hoshin Kanri is also closely connected to Deming's PDCA, or Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, as well as Joseph M. Juran's teaching about the role of management in quality control methods needed for strategic developments. So, why should companies implement Hoshin Kanri? As long we have the lean tools, the aim of implementing Hoshin Kanri is minimizing waste and driving value to the client. It is easy to observe that if a company runs multiple Kaizen initiatives or lean initiatives at one, they might be overlapping and in some cases might even conflict with each other. While a company like that could achieve some results, it would be far greater if a systematic approach to deploying strategy or Hoshin Kanri was used. Not knowing when to say no rather than what to say yes to is a common problem in strategic development. Too many projects lead to staff burnouts and generate waste through context switching, resulting in delays and fewer projects completed at the end of the year. Since fighting overproduction with decreased work in progress helps to minimize context switching, it will help to improve your process throughput. Now, the question arises as to how we would use a Hoshin Kanri. There is no better example of a successful Hoshin Kanri than the Toyota production system. That said, it will be crucial to keep in mind that an automotive masters have decades of lean maturity under their belt. Hence, trying to copy or emulating them without pretexting the culture would be equivalent to expecting a kid playing in the background to perform a triple salcrow. As a result, would definitely not be pleasant. Your journey should start with maturing present models, working models, before we start emulating a giant like Toyota. So, what would be the steps? We'll talk about 7 steps in the strategy. So, the first step being strategy or creating a vision. Build a 10-year vision or a data from experts of your leadership team, experience gathered across all areas and company locations. It will be worth considering any vision statements and strategic goals which are already maintained or whether they need to be updated or tuning into a brand's new ones. Step 2 would be tactics or building short term objectives. Now, translating this 10-year vision into a more concrete, actionable 3 to 5 year plans. Do this through the process of Nimawashi. Now, what is Nimawashi? A collective approach in which seniors and mid level management discuss the viability of a proposed objective, making reality based adjustments wherever necessary. Typically, at this stage, it plays to distinguish between objectives which are valid from an existing client perspective and also from your potential client outlook separately. Step 3, set up detailed yearly objectives. Now, coming down from a 3 to 5 year strategic objective, we need to create an annual plan that further breaks it down and decide how to allocate target to specific teams and how they should achieve them. This one is a continuous collaborative back and forth process, often known as catchball. It ensures, for example, a national or regional goals are defined while, yes, stretching the team but without creating unrealistic expectations. Step 4, communicate objectives. to operations. It's time to communicate the plans to make all that you've done in step 3 down to the teams, along with your key performance indicators and objectives. These plans are often communicated using a Hoshin planning matrix or supplemented with project plans, resource demands, value streams, and other artifacts. All goals needed translated into measurable metrics at every level for the hierarchy. Number 5. Now, what do we do at step 5 is execute the objectives methodically. Finally, you execute the plans and objectives often using a PDCA cycle or a Kaizen event based on SCORE, which is select, clarify, organize, run, and evaluate. The crucial element is to offer the team a framework to plan, make, and measure the improvements. Failing to do so is likely to going to render the objectives unachievable. Step 6, review if the objectives are met. Through Gemba, which we've talked about before, and Kaizen, the plan needs a review to see how the company is actually progressing, to schedule an action for now, and to set goals for the next year. Do the reviews at intervals that best match a company's size and speed. Now, coming to the final step, you analyze the objectives for the next year. Using the data gathered during the 12-month experience, you can now determine realistic goals for the years to come. Now, after all these steps, let me tell you what the experts have to say for all this. No matter doing Kanri is important. It is just like any other lean tool if it is not used correctly, and it is not a silver bullet at all. The author of Toyota Way, the book, mentions how Toyota never actually used the Hoshin planning matrix in trust that tools like that could generate into fancy charts that do not produce any discipline or focus on improvement. Rather, they focused on developing the insight of their managers and making them more mature. With this, we come to an end of this edition. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the comment section on what you'd like to hear more. Until next time, this is your host, Madhulika Rajahan, signing off. Have a wonderful day ahead.